Warning. The following video contains a herpetology nerd's veiled excuse to show off their cool pet snakes. If snakes bother you, I recommend not watching this video, or reminding yourself that these fearsome predators often get stuck in paper towel tubes. Viewer discretion is advised. So my name is Sylvan, and this is Ko. Ko is a ball python, or Python regius, native to Central and West Africa. However, Ko is native to the local Keem Petco. She's a non-venomous constrictor, the smallest of the African pythons, reaching a maximum of 6 feet. And before you decide to commit to one as a roommate, ball pythons can live 40 to 60 years in captivity with correct husbandry. Husbandry including things like enclosure size, proper diet, heat and humidity, and lots of love. Aww. So why can I, a New Hampshireite undergrad student in 2021, cohabitate with these ancient African apex predators? And where do humans and pythons' histories intersect? In some native African cultures, such as the Igbo people of Nigeria, ball pythons are considered as symbolically sacred and treated with reverence and care when encountered. However, much of the human ball python interaction we see today, especially in the Americas, was sparked by the pet trade, for better or worse. If you're watching this video, you're likely also in Professor Hayes' Biology of Domestication course, meaning you already have some ideas about ball pythons and their domestication status kicking around in your head. Domestication syndrome does exist in ball pythons. Take, for example, piebald ball pythons. Just like cows or the foxes we studied, patches of white or piebalding exist in certain domesticated morphs of ball pythons. Another term from class you may know that's relevant to ball pythons is inbreeding depression. This unfortunately has been a downside of ball pythons being bred for certain looks, such as the spider ball python, which are known for their wobble, a neurological defect that impacts motor skills, and duckbilling, a deformity of the skull in super cinnamon ball pythons. That being said, what I find most fascinating about ball python is their genetics, which is very lame, I know. Ball pythons have been bred for a variety of physical characteristics such as pattern and coloration. The previous mentioned aren't actually flavored with cinnamon or look like spiders, it's describing their pattern, it's a code given, and we refer to them as morphs. This is Finny. He's the one that does most of getting stuck in paper towel tubes, and he's also a ball python, despite looking incredibly different from Ko. Finny is a genetic morph called Lesser that changes his phenotype, or displayed characteristics. Lastly, this is little Lou, who looks just like a tiny Ko. But despite sharing this phenotype, little Lou's genetic makeup is completely different. She has a different genotype, carrying traits that Ko may not. Before we get into this discussion of genetics with a few Punnett Square examples, you've reached the snake break. For making it this far, I'll give those of you with an aversion to slithery, scaly things a brief moment of respite to enjoy some footage of my other pets. Welcome back. So remember Finny from earlier? His lesser trait is something known as codominant, which can be a little bit different from the standard Mendelian dominant and recessives. So rather than a big letter and a little letter, each trait gets 2 letters, meaning the trait can be partially displayed alongside other traits. So let's take the lesser example a little bit further. Let's say Finny breeds with another lesser snake. There's a 25% chance the babies would have the wild type phenotype, just like Ko or Lou, and a 50% chance that they would look just like their parents, the lesser phenotype. But where the really cool stuff starts to happen is over in this 25% chance corner, where the babies will come out as super lesser, aka the lesser trait being displayed in its full capacity. Pause for dramatic effect, and I mean, wow, isn't it amazing? These snakes are highly sought out for their piercing blue eyes and completely white scales. Domestication and genetics can do some truly amazing things. So thanks for checking out this video. I hope you learned a little bit about ball pythons and their domestication. I hope you liked it, and if you did, just don't tell little Lou. Her ego is already through the roof. Bye! She's camera shy. I shouldn't do that. That's not the vibe I want to give for this project.